Welcome everyone to Planet of NY Sports. Here we talk Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets, and a little bit of the Knicks and Nets. Let's go. Now, today is, well, this is probably posted Sunday night. Right now, I'm recording it Saturday night, but we will be doing the Giants versus Seattle Seahawks. This game, I'm nervous about the team. Like I said in the previous video, I took a break. I've had a lot of stuff going on, but I never talked about the Giants 40 to nothing. I didn't talk about the Aaron Rodgers injury. I didn't talk about a lot of it. And through these first 3 weeks, I've seen some things, and my team has started to change on how the Giants season may go, and we'll get into that a little more as the video. But real quick here, what I want to go into right now, I'll go into the keys, the keys to victory for the Giants. I know some people that are Seahawk fans. I know two of them. And I don't want to hear any, smack talk or anything on Tuesday when I go to school. I don't want to hear it. I would like to wake up and see that the Giants won the game. Now, do I think that's going to happen? I'm not quite sure. Now, one of the keys to victory, the Giants need to make tackles. It is that plain and simple. Look at the game last week against the San Francisco 49ers. What a disaster. What a disaster. We rank second to last in sack percentage. We're ranked third, tied with the Chicago Bears for most missed tackles this season. The Chicago Bears, who look awful, mind you. They look awful. We don't look that good either. And I'll go into that later. But we also need to sustain drives. The Giants cannot sustain drives. We saw that, week 1 versus Dallas. We saw that in the first half against Arizona. Then the Giants were lucky to win that game. And we saw it against San Francisco. The Giants average under 6 plays per drive and average a whopping 23 yards per drive. That is terrible. 23 yards per drive. That's it. Are you serious? Goodness gracious, what are we doing here? All right. The Giants also need to take deep shots. We need to. I am tired of seeing the checkdowns. I'm tired of it. And I want to see Jalen Hyatt in there, making some of these big plays. I want to see him in there. I want to see Isaiah Hodgins play. He only has like 9 targets on the year. Slayton has 17 targets, but he's only really caught 9 of them. Jones needs to take more shots down the field, and I am saying it right now. If he does not do it, the Giants are not going to win this game. They're not. And Seattle's already going to come in here. I know Geno Smith's going to be kind of motivated. He used to be with the Giants for a year. He's going to be motivated. They beat us last year. That was in Seattle, though. Now we're at MetLife. The Giants need to also force an actual turnover. They have not forced any turnovers this season. They haven't. You're going to need to do it this game against this offense. You're going to have to do it. The defense is going to need to step up because obviously the Giants offense is not that good. And, you're not going to win this game with the Giants, going boom, 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 and Daniel Jones running all over. That's not going to happen. It's simply not going to happen. Another thing, we cannot dig an early hole. So what I mean by that is in the first half, The Giants have been outscored 63-6. 63-6. That is the worst differential in the NFL by 16 points. And a lot of teams now are like, oh, okay, we can run the ball on this team. And, we can just chew some clock. The Giants cannot dig an early hole. We cannot do it. And then one more thing here. We need to sustain the execution. That's what Daniel Jones said. And I quote, he says, I think we've got to sustain the execution. So basically, we have to, he said, we got to take advantage of our opportunities to do that. And we'll certainly look to when talking about, having sustained drives and finishing in the end zone. You're going to have to do that because we've seen that like starting week 1. We saw the disaster that happened. The Giants have not been able to sustain momentum during some of these drives. And I saw it during San Francisco too. San Francisco is just flat out more talented than you. Dallas is more talented than you. Arizona looks, I guess better than what they were expected to be. People thought Arizona would be the worst team in the league. I thought they would be. But still. Now, I'm not going to do keys to victory anymore. That's it. The real issue here I have is the Giants need this game. Because when you look at the rest of the schedule, we have the Miami Dolphins after, who just scored 70 points on the Denver Broncos. I do not like the Giants' chances there. I don't. Then we go to Buffalo in a primetime game. Daniel Jones is like freaking 1-11 in primetime. This is tough. The Giants could be 1-5 at the end of all of that if they don't win this game. Because I don't like their chances, Miami and then Buffalo. I don't. Buffalo, Brian Daboll was there, so maybe, he'll know how to prepare the guys for that. Miami, we're not winning. We're not winning in Miami. We're just not winning that game. So this game is really important here. Best case scenario is you go a nice, you get 2 wins. So that puts you at 2-2. And then if you lose the next 2, fine, 2-4. But that's manageable because the schedule will lighten up after. And then you'll have, you'll probably have Washington after. But right now, you need to win this game. So you're not looking at a 1-5 record. And I was saying my tune changed. I think the Giants are possibly looking at an 8-9, 9-8 type of year. I don't see this team winning 10 games. I just don't at this point anymore. The schedule is tough, and they are not that much better than last year. And in fact, it's looking like they possibly regress. The defense cannot make any tackles. The offense, you just don't have that true number 1 receiver. You don't have it. In the O-line, you got a guy like Evan Neal who's garbage. He's garbage. I gave that guy a chance. He is garbage. And see, this is why. And I was sitting on the couch when the Giants decided to trade that pick that they had in the draft that Micah Parsons was in. I was sitting there and I was like, "Oh, we should pick Micah Parsons." I was saying that. You can ask my dad. I said we should pick Micah Parsons. We traded the pick. Traded down, picked Kadarius Toney. Dallas obviously picked Micah Parsons with the next pick, and I said that's going to haunt us. And look at it, because obviously that extra pick, whether if you consider it if it was for Kayvon Thibodeau or for Evan Neal, clearly it hasn't worked out. It hasn't worked out with either of those guys, to be honest. Kayvon, it's always, maybe he's just interested in things other than football, which is what I think is the case. And Evan Neal is just not good. You got to move this guy to guard eventually, and if he can't cut it out at guard, he's basically an Eric Flowers with glasses. He's Eric Flowers with glasses. He may be worse than Eric Flowers. If you can all do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, give me a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, predictions. Has your tune changed about this Giants season? I don't think the Giants are going to be as good as I thought they were going to be. I thought they'd be a playoff team again. I don't know if they will be again. I think they're going to be like a middle of the road type of team because this is a really tough schedule. And if you want to know my prediction, okay, here, I'll give it to you. Let's say Seahawks 27, Giants 24. Yeah, I think the Seahawks are going to win this game. This is going to be very tough for the Giants. I'm not going to come in here and be optimistic, and I'm not trying to fool you guys and do like, oh, no, psych. No, I'm not doing it. The Giants, I'm down on you guys, and you guys need to show me something this week to lift my spirit because right now I'm down on you guys because these next 2 weeks, whoa, that's already tough as it is. Let's try to get a win here. Are they going to win this game, though? I don't know. Like the video. Please subscribe. Leave a comment.